Hi there, I'm Angella Sharpe, and welcome to the Daily Mix. If you celebrate Easter, I hope you had a very special Easter holiday with friends and family, and it's even cooler if your family is also your friends. So I always make my dad go and visit the bunny with me. I also make him go and visit Santa Claus with me. I've done it ever since I was a little kid, so why stop? So we went over to the Bass Pro Shop, and we got a complimentary photo. There's me and my dad hanging out there with the bunny. I think he is a little bit embarrassed because when we get in line, it's obviously a whole bunch of little kids, and then it's me and my dad. But we made the best of it and had a great time. If you've been keeping up with my car saga from 2 weeks ago, my engine blew up. Well, guess what? When I tried to start my car yesterday, the borrowed car, it didn't start. I'm under the impression that maybe I just should not drive cars at this point, but that's okay. That's okay. We have a great show for you today. If you have a car or not, you'll be able to go to these awesome events. But I have a very special guest. I've got Dr. Marty K with us from the UnGUN Institute. She's going to tell us all about this. I know she started it way back in 2016, but it really started getting momentum during the pandemic. We're going to learn all about this and Marty when we get back here. So let's get started on today's Daily Mix. For the fourth year in a row, the City Foundry Food Hall has been nominated for Best Food Hall in the U.S. It's in the USA Today's 10 Best Reader's Choice Awards. The Food Hall is home to 18 local kitchens that do an amazing job showcasing St. Louis's vibrant food scene. We can help them claim that top spot by voting daily through the next Monday, April 13th, at 10:59 a.m. You go to 11, you can't make that vote. It's 10:59 a.m. You can find a direct link at the top of cityfoundrystl.com. Now, a new exhibit opens this week at the Missouri Botanical Garden. Patterns in Nature, the Art of HYBYCOZO, brings one of the kind geometric glowing artwork to St. Louis. I think it looks so cool. Okay. So the daytime experience features 21 larger-than-life installations, including pieces inspired by the garden's living collections, and is included with regular admission. But during the evening experience, the patterns transform into portals of colors and dimension and are very cool and complemented by live music. Now, if only those portals could take us to an alternate universe, that could be pretty cool too. Now, admission to this evening experience varies. Patterns in Nature opens this weekend and will run through September. You can find all the details at mobot.org/patterns. The official FIFA World Cup Trophy Tour by Coca-Cola is coming to St. Louis. Fans can come out of the green space at Westport Plaza for a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see the FIFA World Cup original trophy for themselves. The tour will be open to the public from 12 to 8 p.m. Tickets are free and on a first-come, first-served basis. Fans will claim up to 4 tickets at coca-cola.com. I think it'd be pretty cool to go see that cup right there. Now, in honor of Jazz Appreciation Month, WSIE is kicking off its 4th annual music series with performances by Jim Manley and the Brass Attitude, with special guest Janet Evra, along with Rapture, a tribute to Anita Baker. The kickoff party will take place at the historic Miners Theater in Collinsville, Illinois on April 18th. The remaining concerts will take place at the Herald Square Outdoor Amphitheater in Collinsville on the 4th Saturday of each month through September. You can learn more about the kickoff party at minerstheater.com. The Missouri Book Festival returns to Washington, Missouri this month. The festival celebrates the best of regional life, culture, and history while promoting literacy and encouraging reading. Books featuring stories on the Show Me State come to life with awesome demonstrations, sports exhibits, performances, author talks, and more. The Missouri Book Festival is set for Saturday, April 18th from 9 to 2 at the Washington Public Library. Visit MissouriBookFestival.com to learn more. Now that is a great event for book lovers, and now here's one for all you dog lovers. Gateway Arch Park Foundation's annual Arch Bark is almost here. This free, family-friendly event is the North Gateway of the Arch, and it celebrates the bond between people and their pets. They have lots of fun activities and entertainment planned, including a community dog walk, Purina Incredible Dog Team performances, a dog fashion show, and a best trick contest. There's of course an agility course and a whole lot more. It all takes place on Saturday, April 18th from 10 to 2. You can learn more at archpark.org/archbark. Now, from his early days to the Jackson 5 to becoming the biggest entertainer in the world, the story of Michael Jackson comes to theaters later this month. Here's a look at Michael.
You're confident. You're strong. You're beautiful. You're the greatest of all time.
Let me tell you something. In this life, you're either a winner or you're a loser. Y'all want to work in a steel mill like me for the rest of your days?
No, sir.
Yeah, because I sure as hell don't. Y'all willing to fight for it?
Yes, sir.
I need to hear you a little louder. Y'all willing to fight for it?
Yes, sir.
Ready whenever you are, Michael.
You know what I'm after?
You want to be the biggest star in the world?
We need to capitalize on Michael's success. Because the Jackson family is the brand. That's our Coca-Cola. And we need to start selling. So I'm planning an international tour. This is just the beginning.
I need to think.
I told you what to think.
I love my family. I just want to do my own thing. Just have all these ideas in my head. Just gotta get them out.
Then do it, Michael. Not a little boy anymore.
People always told me, be careful what you do.
Michael, I knew you were different the moment you were born. You have a very special life.
And mother always told me, be careful who you love.
I believe music can change the world.
When the lie becomes the truth, the bitter cheese, that's my love.
Spread love,
The bitter cheese,
joy,
that's my love.
and peace.
Yeah.
That is what I want the world to feel. Magic.
Now we all know we're going to go watch that movie, but there is some controversy with that movie. Apparently Janet Jackson, not a fan. So, well, you know, we're all going to go watch it.
Absolutely.
It's about Michael.
Gotta do it.
By the magic of television, I am joined by Dr. Marty K. Casey. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Angela, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
We are excited to have you here and talking about this UnGUN disarming trauma. I know you started it back in 2016. What was the inspiration behind it?
So we know that trauma has no race, face, or place. It's something, it's an event that just shows up in your life. And the bottom line is, are you prepared to overcome those things that have happened, right? It could be a car accident, it could be a shooting, it could be domestic violence, it could be something that you dealt with in your childhood that you keep suppressing, and it turns into trauma. The reason that it's called UnGUN is because I'm helping people to safely put the safety lock on their triggers, the things that continue to trigger them. I know, right? That's why we have to do these types of things so people get it.
Oh my goodness. So Obviously, this is something I think probably everybody maybe needs a little bit, which is sad to say, but everybody has
Emotional
something
triggers
that triggers them a little bit.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So in 2020, it became a bigger deal than it was in 2016. Why was that?
Well, when the pandemic happened, we noticed that people by force was kind of forced to isolate, right?
Sure.
And mentally, that's not always a good space for people. For some, it may have been a wonderful thing, but for most, it was not. And I was just seeing a lot of emotional traumatic events happen because of it. And I just heard a spiritual voice say, this is the time right now. You need to release this. Like I had been doing the work for years.
Yes.
But it was now that moment where we need to turn this into a business. And so that's when UnGUN Institute was actually developed and introduced and rolled out to the world.
And you made St. Louis's top 25 businesswomen around that time
I did. And I'm very excited about that. I'm born and raised here in St. Louis, so I'm all about my city. But what a lot of people don't know, I'm also a global peace ambassador. So I do a lot of work, not just in our city or in the nation, but also globally.
I love it. Okay, so get us to what happens UnGUN. Let's say somebody's thinking, I have some triggers here. What would their process be with talking to you?
So I'll give you a quick example. There may be an individual or family who has been affected by gun violence. Well, does it just affect the person, the family who lost their loved one to gun violence? Or does it also affect the family who also had the individual who pulled the trigger?
Sure.
And it's not just those two individuals, but everyone that they are attached to that loves them. It affects the entire family. So now you have two families in a city that's been affected by this one traumatic event, but now it's affecting what? The community. And that's where we come in. So we help individuals, families, and communities disarm from trauma just to keep the violence down so it doesn't continue to grow.
Grow. Yeah. How would what are some tips, I guess, to disarm these triggers?
Well, I think the most important thing is to know that you're not alone. There's absolutely, I can't think of a traumatic story that has happened that we cannot connect you with another individual who has gone through that same thing. I'm really big on not stepping into a space and speaking to something that I know nothing about. But if I can connect you with someone who understands your trauma a little bit better, those connections actually is like medicine. Because that person who's dealing with it, sometimes they suppress it because they feel like I'm the only one. Nobody understands what I'm going through.
Absolutely.
But that's not true. We have individuals that we can link you up with. And then what I do as a coach, as a trauma coach, I'm like that mediator and helping them to talk about it so it doesn't re-trigger the individual that is sharing their story, and it doesn't impact the person who's hearing it and make things even escalate even further. So that's where the arts come in. So there's a very interesting process of how we talk about these stories, and when we use the arts to do so. So from music to dance to theater, sometimes I may have you act your story out, and so it's very.
I was so intrigued. That's why I wanted to have you on the show, because when I was reading about it, I was so intrigued that art is involved with disarming the trauma.
Because we are all born with gifts and talents, right?
Okay.
And that is inside of us. And so when you think about when a trauma happens, first of all, trauma is spelled what? Trauma. The first three letters in trauma is art backwards.
Oh, okay. I didn't even put that together. All right.
And so what we want to do, because the body takes it in like that, it makes, when a traumatic event happens, it feels like your body is backwards. Like you can't center, you can't think, you can't move, you feel depressed, you may have that anxiety once you're triggered. So what we got to do, we have to reverse that trauma, and that's why we use the art. We use art because that now is the medicine that's internal. inside of you, your own gifts and talents. So you are naturally a speaker. That's why you went to visit the Easter Bunny with your dad, because I mean, you're just so involved. You love those types of things. Well, if you were going through something, that's how I would reach you. I will take you to an event that takes you back to your childhood, that helps you bring forward those positive memories. So the more I know about you, the more I can artistically put a plan together that will help pull out the medicine internally that you need.
That is so, I mean, I'm so interested, and there is some trauma in here, let me tell you. So I was thinking about all those things. So that is interesting that you're going back to happy memories.
That's right. That's right. I mean, because the brain is a big muscle, is what it is, right? And so that muscle memory, if we can tap into those good things to overshadow those things that you are dealing with right there in that real time of that trauma, it helps tremendously. So I'm a singer and I'm an actress. When I'm on the stage and I'm playing a character, anything that I'm dealing with and going through, it dissipates. It's gone. It's gone.
This does make a lot of sense, actually.
So that's ungunning.
Oh my goodness, I love this. So how can somebody who might be watching, how can they get in touch with you to kind of start this process of disarming their trauma?
Absolutely. Well, UnGUN Institute has an office, and we are located here in St. Louis. Again, we're global, so that's the good news about what happened with the pandemic. We are now in touch with each other through Zoom and all of these other platforms. So I'm on every social media platform where I can be reached, but specifically, they can contact me at 314-932-5600.
This is big. So you're giving out your number here. You want people to call.
Absolutely.
And then you're going to help put them in contact with the person that
needs it to set it up, so that we
knows what's really going on with that. Because, like you said, everybody has a different traumas.
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm flabbergasted by this, and I'm so glad we were able to have you on. Is there one or two giveaways or tips that you would tell anybody who maybe is thinking of themselves like, I'm going through something?
So we did a big campaign, and we did this after there was a school shooting here in St. Louis, and my business was contacted so that we could go and service 13 of the schools here after the shooting. And our big campaign was Stop, Breathe, Think. I want to take you back to this, Angela, when we talk about childhood. And I know you're going to get this right. Probably everyone in the studio audience will. But this is the thing. When we were younger, they said if ever your body was to catch on fire, what should you do?
Oh, stop, drop, and roll.
Okay, you remember that like that, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Because we practiced.
Yes.
We talked about it, and it became a universal thing. Well, that's what Stop, Breathe, Think is. When it feels like your brain is on fire, before you react, I need you to just stop, take some breaths, so that you can think to respond.
Oh, and I will tell you, that is not what I do.
We're quick with it. We are so quick with it. And that's why I had to create something that would help me. And when I understood that it helped me in so many areas, I knew that it would help someone else. So stop, breathe, think is what we need you to do. Right, when something happens, don't just quickly react. I need you to stop, breathe, think, so you can respond.
Oh my goodness, I love it so much. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to put your information one more time up on the screen so people can contact you. Thank you again so much for coming here. I feel better. And if you need to feel better, all her information's right there. And of course, thank you. I'm so happy. And you can always follow us as well. You can get us on all those social media channels as well, and you can also stream us on the go. We definitely want to hear from you, so let us know who we should have on the show next. Keep it right here on STL TV and Experience St. Louis. I'll see you next time.